Yeah, just because you're 9 months pregnant doesn't mean you don't have to give the dog his poisonous medicine. Yes, the fact that it's not a dog and just a rabid, angry raccoon doesn't change anything either. Do your duty. What? Oh, we're on. Okay. Hi, guys. It's me. Welcome back to the show.
I was just talking to my family.
Well, guys, we got a lot of stupid bullshit, many call it, not me, to talk about today.
But first, before we get
into that, we have to honor, in conjunction with the New York Times, not the newspaper, just sort of the idea of that there's time in New York.
Person of the day. Person of the day. Yeah.
But this is a heartwarming story of perseverance and somebody fulfilling their dreams despite great obstacles, blah, 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 blah. That's right. It's the Wisconsin child who's 3 years old who escaped his crib and walked to McDonald's while his mother and twin sister were sleeping. Oh, great. He was doing this. Because he wanted to do this with a quarter pounder of cheese. The little man sure was loving it. Okay, come on, man. His mother, not so much. Yeah, all the kind of online garbage rags are covering the story. Here's another, this is from the Daily Mail. Wisconsin boy 3 creeps out of his crib during nap time to walk to McDonald's. This is a picture here of their house. The McDonald's is basically in their backyard. Look at that. This is why we need cities to be planned better. Let's put the place that every kid wants to go within eye shot of their house all the time. And then let's put a busy street in the middle. Sounds, you got a deal. Sounds good. Here you go. So big up to that little kid. You fulfilled the dream of every little kid, which is to go to McDonald's whenever you want.
Trump
Oh,
and his
Jesus,
allies
Russell.
have...
Good. Come on, Russell.
Trump and his allies have been indicted
Who?
over their alleged efforts to overturn 2020 electoral results in Georgia. What? If it's true, all such matters must be investigated and those guilty charged. Especially in Georgia.
All right. I thought we'd, why not take a look at the big story of the day, which is this Georgia indictment stuff. Man, oh man. Oh my God. Look, Russell Brand is still very popular on YouTube. Quarter mil views in just a couple hours. Russell Brand is such an interesting character because he's totally audience captured. They're all kind of, anti-vax Trump supporters. But he's also very smart. And he's a very clever bloke. So you end up with this very weird, hard to decipher content. So let's take a look.
That's Trump's fourth indictment.
Oh.
As he himself joked, one more indictment and I'll have this election sewn up. The framing of Trump as an anti-establishment figure seems to be doing nothing to dent his appeal. In fact, it amplifies its appeal. Why is it that we're so cynical about the state, so cynical about the media, so tired of its systems of propaganda when someone seems to represent anti-establishment sentiment and anti-establishment feeling, but we like them more?
I mean, if Russell Brand were being not audience captured about this, he could just come out and he could be like, yeah, look, is Donald Trump going to jail gonna really change your life? Is it gonna make your life easier or better somehow? Probably not. But should a guy get in trouble if he tries to scam an American election? Yeah, probably. He should probably get in trouble for that. He should probably get his
booty hole waxed down.
I just wanted to play that, really. But Russell Brand's sort of a master at this because he can't say that to his audience. He can't just tell them the truth. So he has to go into this whole thing about anti-establishment. Oh, it seems anti-establishment. He seems he's not, but he seems anti-establishment. So this is really about anti-establishment stuff.
When someone seems to represent anti-establishment sentiment and anti-establishment feeling, but we like them more. Let's have a look. As Republicans in Congress prepared to formally contest the outcome of the 2020 presidential election, many of them cited precedent for their effort, similar complaints lodged by Democrats in other presidential elections. After Republican victories in 2000, 2004, and 2016, for instance, Democrats in Congress used the formal counting of electoral votes as an opportunity to challenge election results. So when it comes to challenging the formal outcome of a result, there is precedent for this. It happens all the time. All of us remember incidents. And
yeah, this is why Russell Brand's content is so wacky and interesting and stupid. And frankly, somewhat stupid, is because he touches on kind of a truth, in the beginning. He's like, people are becoming more anti-establishment, about this political crap. he goes into this other thing, which is exactly what his audience wants to hear, which is, oh, the other side, the Democrat side, they contest elections too. But it's like, that's not really the case, Russell. You can sue, you can say, do a recount, all this stuff. That's not really what's in these indictments and all this stuff. So this is all Russell Brand's content. Like, it looks like he's kind of making some bigger point about like, oh, the anti-establishment. But then it goes right into kind of like Fox Newsy territory.
So whatever the Democrats say during the indictment of Donald Trump, they can't say, we would never do anything like this. They'd have to say, we do things a bit like this, but we think what you did's worse than that. Here's Stacey Abrams at that time addressing that issue so we can compare for ourselves.
Okay. So let's be clear. This is not a speech of concession.
What?
Because concession means to acknowledge an action is right, true, or proper.
Okay.
As a woman of conscience and faith, I cannot concede that.
Okay.
But my assessment is the law currently allows no further viable remedy.
This is classic 6.57 million subscribers Russell Brand right here. Because he mixes in like, fair points with absolute dog shit points. Because he's doing a thing here where it's like, well, both sides do this. Both parties do this, It's almost like he didn't read or doesn't want to talk about the actual quote-unquote case here, which is beyond the example he brought up with Stacey Abrams. That's what the case is trying to prove, which is that this is beyond legal stuff, that he was basically like trying to get the vice president to push aside people's votes and just get the vice president to make this guy Trump president forever. Okay, let's check out another
weird
guy who has a lot to say about this. What is this guy's name? Charlie Kirk.
Even if all these charges are dismissed, they're still going to have to spend tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars defending themselves.
Oh, no.
John Eastman.
Oh, no.
This is not justice, everybody.
Oh.
This is seething, neurotic revenge.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Revenge against Donald J. Trump for even daring to run for the presidency.
I've never heard of him.
For even daring to be a successful president.
Oh.
And let me tell you what's really going on here.
Yes, please do.
Because this is deeper than just the indictment. This is a top-down exhaustion campaign.
Oh.
Are you fatigued?
Oh, my God. This guy, Charlie Kirk, he's really pissed off about this. Here we go.
Mandates. It has not stopped, but the starting point is worth remembering. This was ready, set, go. From this point forward,
whoa,
you have been participating, whether you realize it or not.
What'd I do?
In a surround the city exhaustion campaign to invoke your surrender, to break your will, and to crush your spirit. This is when it started. Play cut 45.
Okay.
This guidance for the next 15 days is what our experts say is the best opportunity we have to lower the infection rate over the entire course of the coronavirus.
What?
And we're calling on every American to do your part, because together we'll get through this and we'll find our way forward.
15 days to slow the spread.
Okay.
They have not stopped since 15 days to slow.
Wait a second. Isn't that the group of people you like? What? This is where it all began. All this terrible stuff. Now here's a clip of the guy who is the vice president of the guy that I like. What, Charlie? What's going on? Are you all right? You just played a clip of the people you're defending. What happened, Charlie?
Disgusting.
And we as conservatives, like, what is going on? Why are they acting like this? Because
that is my own sperm.
They went for it.
Right.
With 15 days to slow the spread and the lies about COVID and the smearing about ivermectin and the masks, the lockdowns, the kids in schools, Floydapalooza, racial justice, reconfiguring the story of America 1619 Project, gender reassignment surgery, pride, trans, all of that. It's all orchestrated and harmonized. And last night in Fulton County is just the latest chapter in the story of can we permanently take over the country.
I'm loving this coverage from Charlie Kirk here, because it's kind of hard to figure out what he's pissed off about. He's like, a pandemic happened, and transgender people exist, and now this? That's basically that segment. These things I don't like happened, and now this guy who I like is in trouble for doing stupid shit. God.
Well, life's too hard.
Life's too hard for me, Charlie Kirk, a guy who has never had a real job. I don't know what to tell Charlie, I'm sorry the pandemic happened. I hope that the guy you like gets better at doing crimes, I guess. Next time he does crimes, like, don't do it over the phone and get recorded doing it, you know?
Most Republicans refuse to acknowledge that. ReliefFactor.com, 100% drug-free Relief Factor.
Okay.
Knee pain, back pain, joint pain, elbow pain.
I have those.
You've got to check it out right now, ReliefFactor.com.
I'd
Relief
rather
Factor
not.
is a wonderful...
Hey, I'd rather not. I don't want it. It sounds like a scam. I'd rather not. Thank you. Oh, here's another good part. I love Charlie Kirk's little ad reads because it's always some scam. It's always some piece of crap scam that he's promoting. But I love his ad reads. Check this one out. This is great.
Hillsdale College. You know, it's so sad.
Yeah.
I travel the country and I meet these parents. Oh, I'm sending my daughter to University of Michigan.
Oh.
I said, really? What is she going to be studying? Oh, I don't know. She's just going.
Okay.
Oh. Good luck. Hope she doesn't become trans.
You said that to somebody? Somebody was nice enough to share, oh, my daughter's going to college. Yeah, I hope she doesn't become trans. What's that, Charlie? Nothing. Anyway, nice to meet you. Okay, we got to check in on this breaking news with one of our great right-wing commentators. Of course, this guy. He's reporting live from an apartment leasing office, it looks like. Where are you?
I'm out in Miami, ho.
Okay. Let's see his take on this breaking news. Here we go.
Now, as I say, I think it's a doubtful charge because, for example, some of the things that are being charged here and some of the people being charged are some of the quote-unquote false electors, right? These are people who signed a document saying that they were the duly elected electors of the state of Georgia when they were not.
Right.
But there's a problem with that, which is that if you go all the way back to 1960, for example, Hawaii Democrats actually did the same thing.
Oh.
Hawaii, believe it or not, was a very sort of razor's edge state between Republicans and Democrats in the 1960 election. So Democrats created an alternative slate of electors who signed a document claiming that they were actually the alternative slate of electors. That was not illegal at the time.
Whoa.
So if you sign on to a document saying, I'm a member of the duly elected slate of electors, and then the state rejects that, is that illegal?
Oh, amazing. This part's really great. And by the way, Ben Shapiro, he doesn't like Trump or something like that. He was kind of betting on Ron DeSantis, which was an amazing bet. That was a great. But to try to simplify this whole fake electors case, you're hearing about this all the time, this fake elector stuff. Their plan was to send a bunch of, fake electors, people who were like, no, Trump won, send them to try to create chaos so that the vice president could be like, oh no, Trump actually won. Oh, look, too much confusion. Oh, Trump won. That's what it seems like the plan was. And part of the way that they're defending this is pretty interesting. They're bringing up this case from 1960. It was the 1960 American election between JFK and Richard Nixon. And in Hawaii, it was a really close election. So the JFK team had similar quote unquote fake electors. And they're like, see, other people did this. Other people did this. And this is sort of a big part of their defense. The problem is that if you actually read that case, it does not look at all like they were trying to flip an election or anything. Okay, here we go. Here's another problem he has with this whole case. Here we go.
Donald Trump is going to have to turn himself in probably next week. It is worthwhile noting here that Donald Trump is going to have one defense, which is that the grand jury was essentially preset.
Oh.
That the bias in the grand jury was essentially preset.
Okay.
You'll recall that there was a crazy lady who was the foreperson of the grand jury in this particular case. Her name was Emily Kors.
Who?
And she was the witch, I believe, who then went on a national media tour talking about the grand jury workings and was extremely weird. So Donald Trump's legal team is going to have something to hang their hat on here. Here's a flashback of Emily Kors, the grand jury foreperson, who again is a weirdo.
Okay.
Personally, want to hear from the former president. I wanted to hear from the former president, but honestly, I kind of wanted to subpoena the former president because I got to swear everybody in. And so I thought it'd be really cool to get 60 seconds with President Trump of me looking at him and being like, do you solemnly swear? And me getting to swear him in. I kind of just thought that would be an awesome moment.
Calm down.
Jury duty, man. It's the place where 12 people too dumb to get out of jury duty get to decide your fate.
Hey.
So, Donald Trump's team is going to have something to say about all of that as well. We'll get to more.
So, with a case like this, you get a bunch of random people, and you put them together, they're a jury, and you're like, you present the case, and you're like, okay, so what do you guys think? Is this a case? Do we have a case? Do we pursue this? And they vote on it, and they voted yes. This seems like there's a case here. That's how this crap works. But Ben Shapiro's got a problem here because the lady, I guess they call this the jury foreperson, who it's sort of like when you put somebody in charge of a grade school classroom, like, okay, if somebody draws a penis on the whiteboard, you come and tell me, like that kind of thing. They put this girl in charge of, whatever. probably doing things like collecting pencils and stuff. And he's like, this girl's a weirdo. So they could have a problem with this. And I would urge Ben Shapiro to leave whatever empty liminal space he's in there and walk around the country a little bit, you know? Walk around, interact with some people. There's a lot of eccentrics out there, let's just say. They found something, they dug up something on this girl's like social media where she was talking about like witch stuff or something. Yeah, like when you're out in public, people are interested in all kind of crap, you know? I'm not sure what they would bring up here, like the Trump lawyers or whatever. Oh, the jury, they're kind of odd. They're kind of odd. The jury's mannerisms are a bit eccentric. Okay, you're right. We'll get a new jury of all people who, what, like you? Okay, great.
Whatever sympathy I have for President Trump being targeted, and I have sympathy for President Trump being targeted for sure.
Oh, good.
The question for me as a conservative is, who stops Biden? Who stops the bad policy that affects me and my family and you?
Right.
Who stops all of those bad policies?
Well, not Ron DeSantis. I'm sorry about that, you know. Sorry. Because the people have decided that he is
weird.
So, you know, you gotta move on from this.
You can have sympathy for somebody while still recognizing that the thing that shapes your life as an American is who is the president of the United States.
Oh, it does? Okay.
And yes, it shapes your life that the DOJ is going after political opponents because those political opponents could be you. But the only way to stop that is power. The only way to stop that is to put someone in the White House who can actually clean out the DOJ.
Right. Right. That's the only way. That's the only way we can let people get away with flagrant criminality. We need someone who's really effective to get in there so that we can let people get away with obvious, many would say bumbling criminality, right? Okay, great. Sounds good.
We need to get somebody in there who's really effective at letting people get away with crimes. Bye.
Okay, great. So if we're looking at this big news story, we got to take a look at whatever Fox News is saying. And more importantly, we got to look at my favorite of these Fox News people. That's right, Judge Jeanine. I'm really feeling Judge Jeanine. I'm really into her. Let's check her out.
The issue is it criminal to pursue the legal means to disagree with an election result?
Okay.
And if that's true, then Stacey Abrams, Hillary Clinton, Bush v. Gore. Let's talk about the lawyers in Bush v. Gore. Didn't they have meetings with lawyers and say, did we get this many votes in that state? Did we get this many? What about those hanging chads in your county? Should we make all of those meetings illegal? And
this is kind of funny because Jeanine's just saying the same crap that all these other people are saying when it's, you know, a totally different case. But her own co-host is like, I think Jeanine's kind of full of crap on this one. Check this guy out.
But once you exhaust, and I heard Governor Christie, once you exhaust the legal avenues, and in the state of Georgia, you remember, they counted those votes 3 times. They counted them the night of. They then counted again using the machines, and they counted a manual count. Which
okay, so whatever, blah, blah, blah. Judge Jeanine is saying the same old kind of irrelevant crap here. But while I was watching this, I was like, I wonder what else Judge Jeanine is up to. I kind of love her, you know, if you put aside all the insane things she says. I kind of love her vibe. So I was like, what else has Jeanine done? And I found if she just did this, she would probably be one of my favorite TV personalities.
I'm Judge Jeanine Pirro, and I'm on a journey to find castles fit for a fairy tale right here in the USA. So join me as I take you inside some of the most incredible castles America has.
I mean, how could you not love her the way she says castles? You know, castles supposed to be this elegant thing, you know?
I'm gonna go check out some castles.
As I take you inside some of the most incredible castles.
Follow me while we go check out some of the most beautiful castles.
As I take you inside some of the most incredible castles. I'm in Bryn Athyn, Pennsylvania to visit the Caronwood Estate. This architectural masterpiece was completed in 1895. And it was built in the Beaux Art style. It's magnificent. So let's go in and take a look.
All right.
Hi, I'm Judge Jeanine Pirro.
Oh, I'm Lisa Parker.
Come on.
Hi, I'm Judge Jeanine Pirro. I want to come inside that castle. Hi, I'm Judge Jeanine Pirro, and I want to live inside this castle. Oh my, what a beautiful castle. Whoops, knocked over another priceless vase. Where's the bathroom?
I do kind of find her to be an adorable Meemaw. I mean, great idea for a show. Just this wacky lady wandering around castles.
So join me as I take you inside some of the most incredible castles America has to offer.
She really does hit that castles.
I'm here to find castles.
There's 4 episodes. They only got 4 episodes of this. I imagine Judge Jeanine with like the Fox News executives or whatever. She's like re-signing her contracts, you know? They're like negotiating her whole thing. And she's like,
also, I want to go to castles.
And they're like, okay.
You're going to pay for me to go to castles. And we're going to film it.
Yeah, Jeanine, we're kind of like a news channel.
I don't care. I'm going to castles.
I'm going to castles.
Incredible castles.
Okay. We could do like 4. You could do like, okay, like, how about like 4? You want to go to like 4 cat?
That's fine. I'm Judge Jeanine Pirro.
Yeah, we know.
I'm Judge Jeanine Pirro, and tonight I'll be sleeping in this haunted castle.
No, miss, you can't sleep here. It's not haunted.
I am sleeping here. I'm living here because I'm a princess, and you're all my servants.
Okay, miss, you gotta go. I love this part. Judge Jeanine does exactly what I would do in these castles. Watch this.
Hall here, which is the center of the house. It's quite an unusual room for its era.
What is this?
Yes, isn't this wonderful?
What is that?
Just pointing at things. What is that? So there we go. The show that could have been, you know, Judge Jeanine wandering around castles, pointing at things. And
what is that?
But anyway, guys, what day is it? It's Wednesday. Not the best. Not the best day of the week, but I urge you to remember that it's
for one day.
Love you guys so much.
I love you.
Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Oh, hey, guys.
Guess what? You're not even getting the whole show. If you want every episode and a whole bunch of other
subscribe on Patreon.
Subscribe on Patreon for as little as 2 bones. Just click the stupid little link below the video in the comments.
See, right there.
There you go. Click it, and that, yep. When you become a patron for as little as 2 bones, you get the Tuesday, Thursday, patron-only episodes. You also get the weekly Book-a-Blega show where we talk about important books. The questions and comments thing where you can ask questions and make comments and all this crap.
All for less than the price of a rancid Charleston chew.
And for only 25 putrid little dollars,
you could become a producer.
That's right, support the show and get your name up here. Look at these people. Look at these people, it make the show possible, okay? God. I mean, without these beautiful people, this show goes straight into the dumpster. A rotten, you know, just wet, disgusting dumpster, you know, behind a restaurant. So there's old milk in there. That's where this show ends up without these people. Is that what you want? Okay, I guess it's what you want. I'll just leave. Nope, it's done. It's too late. Okay? Here we go. Here's the dump truck. Here's the dump truck come to pick up the show. This is what would happen with no producers. Thank you.